Hello, and welcome to my brand new YouTube video of comic book editions. If you're a new subscriber to the channel, make sure to stick around to see if your name is called in a new subscriber shout out towards the end. I would almost call this video a part 2 or a sequel to my previous video of Comic Book Editions Volume 3. In that video, I showed you some of the books that I picked up at a local comic book store and just a few from my LCS. In between those two stops, I had prearranged a meeting with a Facebook collector who on Facebook Marketplace was selling off some of his comic book collection. He made me some great deals, and these are the books that I want to show you in this video. We have a little over 70 books to get to, so I apologize in advance for the length. Let's get started right now. Marvel graphic novel number 4, which is the first appearance of the New Mutants. I'm very excited for this as I have never read this graphic novel. I read and bought the New Mutants comic book when their own series spun off from this first appearance, but never have I read this story. Matter of fact, even looking at it, I had to recall some of the characters. Cannonball I picked up instantly, and I thought, well, I think that with the braids is Wolfsbane, which I was correct. But I'm so excited to read this. I'm sure you're probably wondering, what edition is it? It is a second printing edition. Let me turn around and show you the back, because I know with the back cover being all black, that is what a lot of people are looking for, is the wear on the back. Overall, I think the book is in really good shape, and I'm really happy with it. This is the book that I've glanced at several times at different comic book shows, but never seriously thought about getting. It's the only book that I question, though, if I overpaid or not. $30 is what we agreed upon. And from what I found out later on, for a second printing, the Overstreet price guide says $20 in top mint condition. Now this is, like I said, in very good condition. I looked on eBay and there were some going in the $20 range, but then when you tack on the shipping, it ends up right around $30, a little less, a little over. What do you think about that price? Because like I said, this is the only book that I question if I overspent on. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I haven't read this book or any of the books that I'm about to show you yet, but I'm certainly looking forward to it, and I'm really happy to have the Marvel graphic novel number 4. Probably the next Marvel graphic novel that is on my wish list will be the Dazzler one, although I heard the story isn't very good. Still want to read it anyway. So, as I said, very excited to add the first appearance of the New Mutants from Marvel graphic novel number 4 into my collection. So you're going to see some Marvel and DC books here, some Bronze Age stuff, because that's my sweet spot. That's what I like the most. And getting started is Brave and the Bold number 107. If you've been watching any of my other previous videos, you know I'm kind of in a big Black Canary kick right now. So I was excited to get this book as Batman teams up with the Black Canary. The cover of this comic book was reprinted, I don't know, about a decade ago when they did the reprints of Showcase. I think it was volume 2. They chose this cover to put on their cover. Now, I was familiar with this book before then, but when you go to your LCS and you start seeing this cover over and over, I just kept thinking, you know, that might be a good comic book to own or a good comic book to read sometime. And now I have it for my collection. I have never read this comic, so I'm excited to. If you've watched any of my other previous videos, you know that I'm trying to fill in my run of Infinity Inc. comic books. I've really enjoyed the ones that I've had and the ones that I've reread recently. So we've got Infinity Inc. number 14. First Todd McFarlane on Infinity Inc. Happy to have that. We also have Infinity Inc. number 15. Infinity Inc. number 20. Number 21. Looks like that's the new Hourman and Dr. Midnight. Number 22, a Crisis crossover. Number 29, number 33, number 34. I suppose you're detecting a theme here. Number 35. Number 36. That black you're seeing there is on the bag. It's not on the actual comic book. So we'll replace the bag. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Number 37. Number 38 with Mr. Bones on the cover. Number 39. I like Solomon Grundy, so that looks like a story I'll probably enjoy. Number 41. Number 42 with a Great Fury cover. Number 43. Number 45 with the New Teen Titans. Number 46. Number 47. Number 48. Number 51. Number 53. And annual number 2. So that fills in my entire run of Infinity Inc. comic books that I needed. I thought I did really good. First of all, these books are all in amazing shape. I think that's 23 books that I picked up, and he charged me $15 for the entire lot of 23 books. I think that was really, really good. I'm quite happy. And as we continue through this video, you'll see that I'll be able to fill in the runs of 2 other titles as well. But let's keep going right now. Wonder Woman 163. Since it's a relatively newer Wonder Woman, you might be wondering why I needed this. I had the book, bought the book when it was new, and somewhere in the course, my copy got a little bit damaged in a long box. So this was just a replacement copy for $1. You can't go wrong. Artemis Requiem. Requiem. Did I say that correctly? Artemis had a limited series of 6 issues, I believe, and I had all 6 except for number 3. I bought them originally at a half-price books, and for some reason they didn't have number 3. So I've kind of been on the lookout for number 3 for another $1. Couldn't resist it either. Here's one I'm excited for. Justice League number 102. This also has the non-powered Diana Prince. I thought for a while that it was the only book I needed to complete my non-powered Diana Prince, to have all of them. Since then, I've done a little bit more research. There's another Justice League book that I don't have, that she's in just like the first page and a half or first 2 pages. Don't have that. I think it's number 71 if I'm not mistaken. And then there's a Superman book that I have to double check to see if she's in. I know her mentor at the time, I Ching, is in it, but I don't know if Diana is in that specific issue. So I need to research that a little bit more. But we're definitely getting down there. If you watch my video for Wonder Woman Tempo book, you'll see me discuss this cover in a little bit more detail. And I actually think it was filming that video, which was the first video that I ever filmed for YouTube, that kind of got me interested in making this book a higher priority for me to pick up. Justice League number 166. This book, as many collectors would know, was the beginning of the Identity Crisis storyline. I just remember I actually have this book in my collection. This is an upgrade. Mine was so loved that I think it ended up coverless. I remember rereading that book and the entire storyline, as a matter of fact, a lot, and my issues are very worn. So we got a 167 as well. Apologize for the glare that you're getting there, if any. And if you're getting 166 and 167, you might as well pick up 168 and complete the run as well. These books were pretty hot for a while, but the price has cooled down, I think, a little bit on the marketplace. I was just happy to get some replacement copies, and I'm looking forward to rereading them in the near future. Flash number 277, from what I understand, there is a Justice League appearance in here. And this was just a couple issues after Iris West died in the comic book, which was such a good storyline. I think it was 275 that she was killed. And then 276, he's kind of dealing with the grief, and there was some Justice League in there. He kind of battled them, as a matter of fact. I'm really looking forward to reading this story. I didn't pay 50 cents for it, and I didn't pay $15 for it either. I think I paid $1. So very happy to get this. I have to tell you one thing about Flash. Flash Bronze Age comic books have some of the best covers I've ever seen. When I just look at them, they entice me so much to want to read them. So kudos to the creative team at that time. They knew what they were doing. How about this? This is a comic book you see on the back walls a lot when you go to a show or to a store. Iron Fist number 15. And the reason that, at least my understanding is the reason that this has become so collectible or so desired, this is the first time that John Byrne drew the X-Men. Haven't read this story ever, really looking forward to it, and thought I got a really good deal on this comic book. Really, really, really looking forward to reading this. Here's one that I certainly don't know a lot about. It is the Iron Age number 3. From what I understand, it's Tony Stark going back into the past to participate in some big Marvel storylines that he wasn't a part of. In this case, it's the Dark Phoenix saga. I kind of would have liked to have the alternate cover, which was an homage to X-Men number 135, but this collector didn't have it. And I haven't been able to find that outside of eBay, and I'm kind of trying to decrease my eBaying a little bit, especially when it relates to comic books. What I don't know, I don't have issue number 1 or issue number 2, but from the synopsis that I've read online, I think that I don't need them. If you know the answer to this, please leave me a comment below and let me know if missing out on issue 1 and issue 2 is going to affect me understanding what's going on in this issue. I don't think it's going to, but I could be completely wrong about that. Big fan of Disco Dazzler. After she got rid of the white costume, not so much of a fan. But Disco Dazzler, 2 thumbs up for me. Looking forward to reading this. And if I like it a lot, I'll probably make it a little bit more active priority to seek out that alternate cover that I was just mentioning. Marvel 2-in-1 number 29. That's Thing teaming up with Master of Kung Fu, and they're battling Hydra. Thing is an okay character. He's not my favorite. He's my least favorite of the Fantastic Four. I'm not a fan of Master of the Kung Fu, so you're probably thinking, why did you buy this comic book then? Well, it was just $1. And I'm a big Spider-Woman fan. I'm trying to fill in my run of Spider-Woman, and she does have an appearance in this issue. She teams up with Thing in the next issue, number 30, which I had. And reading that comic, I realized, oh, she's in 29 as well. And you kind of need that to get the full scope of the story. So for $1, added it to the collection, and I'm sure I'll have no regrets. Speaking of Spider-Woman, I told you before that there were a couple other titles that this collector was selling that was able for me to fulfill my runs of certain titles, and Spider-Woman was one of that. I'm trying to get all of the volume 1s. This is issue number 6. I'll tell you that there were 8 books that I needed to fill in my Spider-Woman run. Although there's a couple that I might end up looking for upgraded condition copies of in the future. But that's for a different time. There were 8 books I needed. He sold me all 8 books for $12. So at $1.50 each, and the books are in really great shape. I'm pretty happy. Got some great covers on these Spider Women too. There's number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 36. Number 44. I really worked hard on my Spider Woman books this year in filling in the runs that I needed. Number 47. I think that's the last one of the Spider Women. And here's the other title that I was able to fill in the runs that I needed. The New Teen Titans Volume 2. Volume 2 of New Teen Titans. The Wolfman and Perez, otherwise known as the Baxter series. I was able to get all of the books I needed to fill in this run too. Here's number 4. Number 5. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12, great cover. By the way, he charged me $20 for this entire lot of Teen Titans books that you're seeing. I love this cover too that ties into Crisis for issue number 14. I think this is 27 Teen Titan books alone for $20. Number 15. Number 24. Number 26. Number 33. Number 34. Number 35. Number 36. I really like that cover as well. Number 37. Number 38, Infinity Inc. Ties in with the issue, I think, that I showed you earlier. Number 39. Number 40. Number 41. Number 42. Number 43. I'm really looking forward to reading these. I didn't have an LCS in my hometown, so these books were sold directly to LCS. I didn't always get the chance to get these books, and I didn't have a pull list back then when I was a kid. So I'm really looking forward to getting the chance to reading some of these stories. Number 45. Number 47. Number 48. Number 49. Then we jump into the annuals. Annual number 1. I did have annual number 2 already, so annual number 3. Annual number 4. And I believe that wraps up all of my Teen Titans, which I think leaves me with just one book left to show you from this haul with this seller from Facebook Marketplace, the collector getting rid of his collection. And X-Men 143. Earlier when I was talking about the Iron Fist comic book, I said it's the first time that John Byrne drew the X-Men. This was John Byrne's last X-Men issue. I've never read this story either. I'm definitely trying to fill in my X-Men run pretty much from everything 200 and down, but especially in the 100s is where I'm focusing right now. And really happy, great cover there with Kitty Pryde to add that book into my collection. So that's just a rundown for you of the books that I picked up. I'm really, really happy with these. When you kind of average it out, what I spent, $2 and change per book. I think that's fantastic. I'm hoping he has some more books left over and I can pick up some more additions and a few upgrades in the near future too. Just toss that New Mutants Marvel graphic novel #4 that we had at the beginning of the video back up on the screen. Let's give some shout outs to some new subscribers. I've hit double digits thanks to people like The Comic Collector. Tim, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I've watched a lot of your videos and we've been in the same chat rooms before during other folks' videos, and I was really honored to see that you subscribed, so that's cool. Poor Mike, he's there too as well, and he's a subscriber now. That's awesome to have you on board. And Nova Mad 1966 are 3 of my new subscribers. You can be cool like these people and subscribe to my channel. It's a great way to show support. Before we wrap up this video too, I want to ask you, do you have CLZ or do you use the CLZ app? I love looking at people's collections and seeing what books they have and looking at the different covers. Sometimes I see a cover and I'm like, oh wow, that's so super cool. I want to make sure I get that book too. If you have CLZ and you have your cloud setting set to public, let me know or shoot me a link or tell me your username, and so I can go check out your collection. As you've probably noticed on the screen right now, you're seeing a link to mine if you want to see all of the books that I have so far. I love, next to acquiring the books and finding and acquiring the books, adding the books into my CLZ app is my favorite thing to do. I haven't put this haul in, I haven't put my last haul in, and we're getting ready to do another comic book editions video too. I haven't put any of them in, so I'm going to get a hefty amount to put in, and I can't wait because, like I said, I love, love, love doing that. So we have another comic book editions video coming soon. One thing I haven't done on my channel is focused a little bit on my autograph collection, especially ones pertaining to superheroes or sci-fi, and I think we'll probably get our first video of that coming up as well. So those are just a few of the things that are in store. Wonder Woman wise, I am expecting a package from Brazil soon, so there'll be something there to look at that I'm excited about sharing as well. In the meantime, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your comments. Comments are always welcome and appreciated. You can like this video. Feel free to leave a comment, as I mentioned. Subscribing is a great way to show support. If you click the notification bell, you'll know when new content is added to this channel. And there's going to be lots of new content coming very soon. Thank you again for making it to the end of another video, and have a great rest of your day.